What is going on? I'm Zedmont. Season 49 of Warships has started. On top of that, we have got the Rainmakers, which have always been many people's favorite troop. On top of that, we also had the Mega Crab, which, as you can see, all of my storages are full. I've even gone so far as to boost things like headquarters health. Rock crystals are full. Do let me know how far you got in the Mega Crab. I ended up on stage 100 just to get a nice round number. But that's not why you're here. First and foremost, we're going to jump into that creator boost because you know it's annoying when I can't even keep my own name in the creator boost. It works in every single Supercell game, by the way. But why you are here is for Warships. Now, I made my sneak peek in a vacuum, gave some ideas of maybe where the tech would go, and surprise, surprise, I was completely and utterly wrong. Everyone pivoted and went for the base strategy. Well, everyone basically has gone defensive. Now, there are some players who have jumped into 4 engine rooms and are pushing on ahead. Regardless of which way you're going to go, it's going to be painful though. So quick note, you can claim 2 chests at the same time. Put one finger down, then the other finger. You can't multi-touch at the same time. Now, what I'm going to suggest for those of you who have not gone anywhere yet is stay here. Collecting in this level right here is far easier than if you go into 3 engine rooms. Maybe you even want to skip 3 engine rooms, or what you want to do is hold out in the 2 engine room level until you can't get any more 2 engine room matches, and or until you can go all the way along this path to boom cannons. Boom cannons do make a big difference. But back over on the left-hand side, you probably also want to have flamethrowers, skip sniper towers, and then we're probably going to go this way and then this way. Riflemen are an easy thing to skip without having to go through riflemen and back through warriors anyways. So we're going to get going. We're going to build a terrible base. I already have one account that has boom cannons, so I just made a giant mistake here. Don't worry about upgrading your gunboat. We can do that later on. Leave it at tick 1 because our flares are the only thing we need to spend gunboat energy on. We are going to focus on getting those heavies maxed first. We're going to get our machine guns up to tick 4, probably even tick 5, but tick 4 is your minimum. Getting those mines up, like just fully investing back here. Everything except for sniper towers. Don't care about sniper towers. We're going to get those flamethrowers up to 4 as well. For those of you who are unaware of the reason for putting them at tick 4, that's when you get your maximum build count. Boom cannons, it's tick 3. Machine guns and flamethrowers, it's tick 4. Then, of course, we're going to get in, max up this building health, and then we can worry about going forwards. So getting all the way to boom cannons is a lot of keys. 230 keys to be exact, if my math is right, of course. So that's going to be a while. Now, the fact is, we're at 132. We've got 5 chests here because, of course, I slept in. And 5 chests, 18 keys is going to be, what is that? Let's do some quick math here. That's going to be 90 keys, so we're going to be pretty close. We're going to be at 222 keys, so not that far off from going all the way to boom cannons from where I started in 11, where you started in higher, lower, all depends, obviously. Now, let's first and foremost, we're going to upgrade those Zookas as well, making sure that we get those ladies to max. At this point, all that we really need to worry about is maybe upgrading our flares to 4. We're going to put all of our things out. I'm going to find myself a base and we'll get there in a second. Well, that was easy. Building a base did not take a heck of a lot of time. Now, quick note, I have seen people with a bunch of sniper towers in this region. I'm going to hold off on sniper towers. Now, the next note is probably should have maxed either my flamethrowers or my machine guns, but I wasted those tokens on the gunboat. Probably could have maxed both of them. Let's get going though. We'll see just how we can do. I assume we're probably going to go something like this. Heavy Zuka. Nothing super duper exciting here. Maybe having those low-level flares is going to pay off. We'll find out here fairly soon. I think we're going to try like this. I don't think we need more than one boat of heavies on this right-hand side. Again, I have been wrong many times before. We're going to hold out here for a little bit. Not a lot going on at the moment. So many machine guns. It's ridiculous. We don't have any sort of way to save our troops, so you need to slowly but slowly drop those heavies. I also slowly dropped some Zookas because this is my first attack at the 2 engine room level. Didn't know what was going to happen. Things are not going super well, but we've got a couple of those beautiful heavies left. Need to get onto that machine gun as fast as we can. Well, we've still got a heavy alive. That flare just saved this attack in a big way. We're going to end up around 3 minutes, actually exactly 3 minutes, 2 seconds. Let's see how our opponent is doing. They are using medics as well. That's one of those things that maybe that's what you need if you're like HQ 10, 12, 14, something like that, where you know you can't get to the end of the tree. Maybe that's an option, but just hold your heavies back. I don't think that's a great plan using medics. I would much rather have some extra keys later on to get into shock launchers or shock mines or seekers or whatever the heck it might be. This season, every time it looks like it's an exact obvious path, it turns out not to be. We're going to go back to the old 2-2. And quick note, as always, don't drop your heavies when there's a flamethrower right there. You can do great things by not doing that. We're going to go something like this, getting those Zookas to clear the flamethrower before our heavies get there is fairly important. And now we just need to worry about getting a couple more heavies over there. Let's get a couple more Zookas over here. Heavies clearing all of the mines. Not having medkits, like medkits would be such a great option right now, so I can understand why our last opponent went and got medics. It must be so darn frustrating, but I think we're gonna manage to get all of these things down bit by stinking little bit. And again, it all comes down to those last couple heavies, just so knife edge slim. But 3 minutes, 3 seconds. Getting a little bit faster, bit by stinking a little bit. Even collecting at the 2 engine room level is not super easy. So just when you thought this was going to be a super offensive season, mea culpa, I think is the Latin phrase. I'm sorry. This is just me in a vacuum making mistakes on my sneak peek. That's why I try to be as open as possible and say these are my ideas, not the way that you should do it. For obvious reasons there. We're going to upgrade our machine guns. As you saw, machine guns, actually we can upgrade our flamethrowers as well. So that's going to give us a little bit more oomph. Leaving those flares at tick 3, I feel like having your flares end is not the worst thing in the world. Just like last season where you used your flares to drop your bombardiers at shore. Uh-oh. Are we already getting into 3 engine room bases? We're going to short circuit that matchmaking. We'll come back in, and if we can, oh, there we go. I was a little bit worried there that we were already going to get those extra engine room bases. Now, where do we need to go here? I think we only need 1 boat of heavies for that left-hand side. We're going to wait and find out, though. Again, using that flare to get those Zookas out, and then we're going to bring our heavies from over here, bit by stinking little bit. Need that flare to expire, and then we can bring our heavies out far left. More Zookas are required. I'm just going to go all the way from the left to the right, trying to make sure that we keep all of our troops alive is my number 1 priority here. Not all of them, enough to clear. How about that? Zookas, It feels so helpless not having the ability to get your troops where you want them to go, but we're doing a decent job of it. Just need that one mine in front of that flamethrower to go, and then I'm gonna drop these guys over on this far left, get some of those left-hand side mines cleared. I don't like going all the way from right to left, but at least we've got some value out of these darn heavies on this left-hand side. And now what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna flare to right about there, just trying to get all of these mines cleared bit by stinking little bit. Need those heavies to get out front. Come on, heavies. Come on, heavies. Get back out front, and then we should have enough Zookas left over to finish this base off. Need those final couple heavies to clear those last two mines. This is not pretty, my friends. There is so much going on here, and we were 2 minutes and 28 seconds, which is ridiculously slow. But Bienio, was that Bino? Managed to fizzle those extra machine gun levels, helping us out. Let's see. Now, look at this. So they dropped all their heavies at once. Not the right plan. Trying to learn from our opponents, seeing what they're doing wrong, and all it takes is one mine, and your Zookas are done for. So you really, really need to be extra careful when you're dropping those troops. My goodness, is this no troop health with all of those green mines? So dangerous. I'm glad they got that right-hand side engine room. That is good. Gross. Let's do one more battle, then I'm going to call this a day, trying to keep this video short and sweet and to the point. By the way, my other account that went into 3 engine rooms right away, I think it's at like 5% win rate or something like that. Sleeping in, not a great idea at all. We're going to stick with the same troop loadout. I'm going to drop one heavy there, one heavy, and then we're going to flare. We're going to get our Zookas over here as well, and we're going to flare onto this guy. Also bring in a couple extra boats. This is where getting onto that machine gun is more important than anything else. We've cleared all of those mines, and now I can go something like this. Bit by stinking little bit, getting our Zookas. Uh-oh. Yeah, we've still got some Zookas alive. It's going to be a tight one over here, my friends. We need our heavies on that right-hand side to come back almost. Let's flare onto here. Those heavies on that right-hand side are in a world of pain. This is not going well at all. You know what? I'm going to come all the way over into here. Don't want our Zookas to go anywhere near those mines. I don't want to end on a fizzle, but it's starting to look a little bit fizzle-ish. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to drop this boat of Zookas here. These Zookas are literally just going to clear all of those mines, assuming they get there first, which they should do. They're going to walk across all of those, most of those mines. Come on, dudes. They are literally just there as sacrificial lambs. Got our heavies out front. And now these machine guns are going to tear us a new one. Probably should have gone right first, because these machine guns are eating up all of our heavies. And once Zookas are on their lonesome, it is game over. We've got one smidgen of a heavy left, and now oh, there we go. Somehow, some way managed to squeak through everything. We are going to lose our win streak, which isn't the worst thing in the world. All I really care about right now is collecting those chests. And the fact that I can do it in iron is all that really matters for the second. If I can get up into 13, yeah, that was quick. Let's see what Raph is doing. I'm very, very interested to see what Raph is doing. That's the fastest time by a huge margin. Are you just heavy rushing? What do you got for us, Raph? Heavy rush. 4 right. I am incredibly impressed that that's even possible. So that is where watching your replays, making huge dividend. Let's give it a go. I said we were going to do one battle. We've got the opportunity to heavy rush. Maybe the whole first 11 minutes of this video was a complete and utter waste. Let's find out here. Talk about this in my sneak peek. Maybe it was going to be 4 each side. Let's see. Oof. This is not 4 each side. This is going to be like 1. I think this is an option right here. We're going to go something like this. We're going to flare onto that machine gun straight out of the gate. Need our heavies to clear these mines, though. Need our heavies to clear all of these mines. They're not going to clear all the mines, of course. Zuka's still barely alive, thankfully. And now as soon as that flare goes down, come on, dudes. Trying to get as many boats of Zukas as we can for that right-hand side. A lot bit concerned that we're not going to be able to get there. And now that that is there, let's get all the rest of these troops out. One boat of heavies out front and just trying to heavy rush. And this base clearly is designed against the heavy rush. My base was designed against the heavy Zuka rush. And this person showing that, yeah, heavy rush is going to be something to be worried about. So need to update my base a little bit. Something more like this person's base is going to be better, I think. But we managed to squeak our way through it, 259. So don't rule out the idea of the heavy rush. I don't think going 4 boats to the right-hand side would have worked. I think I would have gotten absolutely torched. But I'm really happy these 2 losses happened, because if I would have gone this entire video without talking about heavy rush, I would have felt like a complete and utter dum-dum. I kind of ruled it out by the lack of troop health. This person's base, these last 2 attacks showing that really need to worry about those heavy rushes. So I'm going to update my base a little bit to stop against that. I've got 4 more chests to claim. That is a lot of chests. As long as I can stay in this page right here, don't want to start getting back into here, because we're going to start losing keys. Can focus on getting into gold once I get some of these chests. So I shall talk to you soon. Hopefully this gave you some food for thought for this early bit of the season. I shall talk to you soon. Don't forget, as always, throw creator code ZMOT in your shop. Like, share, subscribe, all of those fun things. As my keyboard doesn't work for some reason, that doesn't make putting code ZMOT in there any easier. I'm ZMOT. Thanks for coming in. Peace.